Hello everybody and welcome to this playthrough for hole 4, 5 and 6 of the St. Andrews Links. In this video I will give you my thoughts about the holes and showing an example on how to play them. I will be using free-to-play balls all the way, so I'm gonna mix between Kingslayers and Luminaries. And have in mind as well that these are general wins, these are not wins that we will necessarily have in the tournament. And obviously when it comes to our premium guides, those guides will be based off the correct wins. So, regardless what player type you are, our premium guides for the St. Andrews will allow you to have both fun and have an edge over your opponents. You can find those by scanning the QR code on the screen, or you use the link in the description down below called patreon.com/golfclashtommy. So in the description down below. And like I said, all the shots are made with free-to-play balls, and the extra information such as club and elevation and such you can find in the info box there on the right hand side. Last but not least, if you enjoy the free content, check out our website golfclashtommy.com, which has loads of more free content, not just for St. Andrews but for everything else regards the game. You can also support the channel by subscribing or just hitting the thumbs up on this video. Let's go to hole number 4. Hole number 4, here we can get us close to the green. However, there is a little bunker there on the left hand side, there is a little bunker there on the right hand side, and those two bunkers are most definitely in play. So I personally believe that being a little bit smart here is the most important thing. I'm using 7.7 topspin and a little bit of left spin. Adjust, I want it to be minus 5%, so a slight uphill is what I'm judging this drive to be. So not so much elevation on the St. Andrews so far. Max overpower with a completely slow needle. You can see that I'm still using this type of technique, this to give myself a little bit more extra distance and keeping myself a slower needle. The ball is rolling down and we're positioning ourselves before that left side bunker, and there is a thought with that because there are probably going to be people here thinking like, why aren't you pushing it longer? It's because I prefer personally to have a short iron rather than I'm having a longer end bringer, especially when the green is not flat. So as you can see here, the green slopes slightly downhill. And sure, I could have played an end bringer, but for me, playing a short iron from minimum distance is so much easier. So when I'm picking and choosing here on how to play a hole like this, when I do have the headwind of tee, I do want to have a controlled drive that is simple to execute. And then on the second shot, I do want to have the simplest possible play. And for me, adjusting 15-20 rings with an endbringer is not simpler than playing with 2 or 3 rings with a thorn. Now, obviously, you have to hit perfect, as I'm not doing here in the video, but you have to when it comes to that. No elevation is what I judge the short iron to be. If it's an EB, then we're gonna play, or a wedge, then it's a plus 20% elevation, EB school. Now, have in mind what I said in the beginning, you can most definitely push this drive harder, but you have the 2 bunkers in play. But I have no doubt that we're gonna see people trying to get, onto the green or close to the green with mixed success. Hole number 5 seems to me to be the first challenge we have on St. Andrews. This is the first par 5, only one of 2 par 5s in the whole tournament. Now, if we do have a tailwind, we most definitely have a possibility to get ourselves fairly close to the green. You can always look at things and think about, if I would be using like a Wind Zero ball, maybe I'm using a topspin boost ball, I could get myself very close to the green or possibly get to the green. But now we're keeping this one completely free to play, and you can see how far we can reach with a luminary. I'm cutting the corner or slinging it around the corner using as much topspin that I can and some left spin. I do want to give myself room enough to be on the fairway where I can hit great on the left side, I can hit great on the right side without getting into the rough. If I do have a headwind or more of a crosswind, I would definitely see myself going shorter, and that would obviously just make a difference of what the second shot club is going to be. Because when it comes to the second shot club, if we have a push to drive like I was doing there, we're going to play a short iron from approximately max distance. When it comes to having a shorter drive, that's going to be a long iron from approximately min to mid distance. And again, if you decide to be a little bit frisky, sending it down there, then you can obviously have a shorter shot, or you can have a pot or a rough iron or a sandwich or something like that. The opportunities are most likely there. It somewhat depends on the wind. We play the second shot 10% elevation here with our short iron. I like the thorn here, and the reason I like the thorn from such a long distance is because using like a falcon or a hornet is going to be quite a bit of rings, and I like to, you know, minimize those rings and play with a hornet. Definitely an albatross in play, but I do feel that this is definitely going to be a very interesting hole from a tournament perspective, because there's going to be those people that's going to miss this alba, which is, you know, fair game, because albatrosses is more difficult to get, but it's also going to be those that are a little bit tricky with it, which I hope we will be with our guide. We are back to another short par 4 here. Most definitely a par 4 hole-in-one is on the table, especially if we do have some tailwind off tee. Here I'm going with a Kingslayer, and the reason I'm going with a Kingslayer is because I do feel there is value in going with just wind 8, because it reduces the wind, it gives less extra push from the wind, and therefore it's going to be easier to control. Now I'm playing an NMT with a P6 ball, adjust max, no elevation, and then it's all about the spins. Obviously, having a practice before playing a hole like this, if you're not having a guide, is definitely recommended, because it's so easy to just fly the green or go super short, as you don't really know what spins you're going to get. Now you can see I'm rolling down there and I'm going short. Definitely needed a little bit more topspin, but it's not really much. A little bit more topspin, or I might start a little bit higher up and use the same topspin, you know. Yeah, something like that would most definitely work. The second shot is not going to be a thorn. That's actually a mistake there in that one. I'm going to change immediately to a wedge. It's going to be a wedge if you go short. I would prefer, like when it comes to shots like that, when there is rough in play on the back of the green, that if you're uncertain of what type of topspin you're going to use, always use less rather than more, because we'd rather have a short wedge than we do have a play from the rough on the back. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this playthrough for hole 4, 5, and 6 of the St. Andrews Links. If you enjoyed the free content, make sure to hit the thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe. That helps a lot. If you're looking to have an advantage over your opponents, or just having a little bit more fun, scan the QR code here on the screen, or go directly to patreon.com/golfclashtommy via the link in the description down below. There you can find our premium guides, and it doesn't matter if you are a player that is just winging it, or if you are a player that is just very detailed, you will have some help with those guides as well. So have some fun together with us on St. Andrews by signing up. Thank you once again for watching. I wish you the best of luck in your Golf Clash game.